One day life is going to call your name. Not when you feel ready. Not when your confidence is high. Not when your habits are perfect. Not when the room is watching and you can perform the version of yourself you want people to believe. One day, something will happen. A crisis. A failure. A phone call. A marriage that needs you to grow up. A child watching how you respond. A temptation that asks whether your standards are real. And in that moment, the truth will come out. Not the truth you post, not the truth you talk about, not the truth you imagined when life was easy. The truth about the man you actually built. Because when pressure arrives, you do not rise to the fantasy version of yourself. You fall to the level of the man you have been quietly becoming. And that is what most men do not want to admit. They want respect. They want loyalty. They want people to trust them. They want to be seen as dependable. But behind closed doors, they keep building a man who avoids hard things. A man who delays. A man who disappears when life becomes heavy. A man who needs perfect conditions before he does what he already knows is right. A man who wants the title without the training, the honor without the burden, the respect without the responsibility. And then life calls his name, and he realizes he is not ready. There is a story from June 28, 2005, that carries a weight most of us will never fully understand. Men were in Afghanistan. A reconnaissance mission had gone bad. A helicopter had been shot down. Teammates were missing. Families were about to receive phone calls that would split their lives into before and after. And in the middle of that chaos, other men heard that their brothers were in trouble. They did not have the full picture. They did not have certainty. They did not get comfort. They did not stand around waiting until fear disappeared. They got on the helicopter. Not because it was safe, not because survival was guaranteed, not because someone was going to clap for them. They went because there are moments when a man's character is reduced to one sentence. I will go. Now hear me clearly. This is not about pretending your everyday problems are the same as war. They are not. This is not about using someone else's sacrifice as a cheap metaphor. That would be disrespectful. This is about asking a question most men spend years avoiding. When life needs someone to stand up, are you becoming the kind of man who can answer? Because your battlefield may not be a mountain in Afghanistan. It may be your living room, your marriage, your children, your body, your faith, your discipline, your addiction, your anger, your laziness. It may be the quiet moment at night when everyone is asleep, and you are the only one who knows whether you are building yourself or betraying yourself again. That is where most men lose the war. Not publicly, privately. Not in one dramatic collapse, in small, daily surrenders. A man becomes unreliable every time he says he will start tomorrow. Every time he makes a promise to himself and breaks it like it meant nothing. Every time he gives his family the leftovers of a heart he spent everywhere else. Every time he hides behind being tired when the real issue is that he never built endurance. And then one day, people stop expecting much from him. Not because they hate him, because he trained them. He trained them that his words are not solid. He trained them that he cannot be counted on when the cost gets high. And maybe that
is the part that hurts. Because deep down, you know you were meant to be more than a man people have to manage. More than a man people have to remind. You were meant to become someone whose presence makes things steadier. Someone whose yes means yes. Someone whose family feels safer because he is in the room. But that man is not built by wishing. He is built by repeated decisions no one sees.
Think about the men who came home with names attached to loss. Not statistics, not headlines. Names. Teammates who remembered them. Children who would grow up hearing stories. Wives who had to carry memories. Friends who could not watch a movie about it without feeling the wound open again. That is the part most people miss when they consume courage as entertainment. Real sacrifice is not content. It is not a scene. It is not background noise for a motivational speech. It is a mother getting news, a wife trying to breathe, a teammate staring at a flag-draped casket and realizing this is for real. And when you sit with that weight, even from a distance, it should sober you. Because some men gave everything, and a lot of us are wasting the life they never got to finish. Wasting mornings, wasting health, wasting time, wasting chances to become stronger, wasting the attention our children are trying to give us, wasting years scrolling through other men's lives while our own life begs us to show up. And no, you do not honor sacrifice by living in guilt. You honor it by refusing to live cheap. You honor it by treating your time like it matters. You honor it by building discipline before the crisis. You honor it by asking, if people I love ever needed me at my strongest, would I be ready? Not perfect, ready. There is a difference. Perfect is a fantasy. Ready is a standard. Ready means you are not waiting for motivation to do what matters. Ready means you do not need applause to keep your promises. Ready means you train your mind before it is tested. Ready means you handle your emotions instead of bleeding them onto everyone around you. Ready means you stop calling every hard thing too much. The man who says, "I will go," does not become that man in the moment. The moment only reveals him. He was built earlier, in training, in discipline, in discomfort, in the habit of doing what was required even when nobody cared. That is the part we have to bring home. You do not become dependable during the emergency. You become dependable before it. You become dependable when you wake up and do the thing you said you would do. You become dependable when you tell the truth even when lying would protect your image. You become dependable when you apologize without defending your ego. You become dependable when you stay present with your family instead of escaping into your phone. You become dependable when you choose the boring foundation over the emotional high. Most men want a heroic moment, but they refuse the daily training that makes heroism possible. They want to be respected in public, but they are undisciplined in private. They want loyalty, but keep betraying their own standards. They want influence, but their own life is still ruled by impulse. This is not condemnation. This is a wake-up call. Because if you are still breathing, you can rebuild. Not with a speech, not with one emotional night, not with some dramatic declaration that disappears by next week. With construction, brick by brick, promise by promise, rep after rep, truth after truth, morning after morning, private decision after private decision. That is how a man is rebuilt. So here is the work. First, Stop lying about the standard. Do not say, I am trying, when you are really avoiding. Do not say, I do not have time, when your screen time tells the truth. Do not say, this is just who I am, when what you really mean is, I have not decided to change yet. Tell the truth. The truth is painful, but it is clean. Second, choose one place where your life cannot trust you. Your body, your money, your marriage, your temper, your faith, your word, your focus. Not 10 things, 1. Find the place where you keep abandoning responsibility and start rebuilding there. Third, make the promise small enough to keep. A weak man makes huge promises to feel powerful for a moment. A rebuilding man makes small promises and keeps them until self-respect returns. 10 minutes of movement, 1 hard conversation, 1 honest apology, 1 page read, 1 temptation resisted, 1 hour with your phone away, 1 morning where you do not negotiate with weakness. Small does not mean insignificant. Small is where identity is rebuilt. Fourth, stop waiting to feel like the man before you act like him. You will not feel disciplined before you practice discipline. You will not feel strong before you carry weight. You will not feel trustworthy before you keep promises. You will not feel ready before you start preparing. The feeling comes after the evidence. Every kept promise is evidence. Every excuse refused is evidence. Every hard thing completed is evidence. Every moment you choose responsibility over comfort is evidence. And over time, something changes. You stop needing to convince yourself. You start knowing, I am becoming a man who can be counted on. And maybe that is what you have been missing. Not more information, not more motivation, not another video telling you to chase success. You need a standard worth suffering for. You need to decide that your life will not be another story of wasted potential. You need to decide that your family will not only get the broken version of you. You need to decide that your future will not be held hostage by the habits of the old man. You need to decide that when life calls your name, you will not be found empty. Because one day, the call will come. It may not look dramatic. It may not make noise. It may not come with music or cameras or witnesses. It may sound like your child asking you to pay attention, your wife asking you to be present, your body warning you that neglect has a cost, your conscience telling you to stop hiding, your future self asking why you keep delaying the man you said you wanted to become. And when that call comes, you will answer from what you built in private. So build now. Build the discipline now. Build the integrity now. Build the strength now. Build the courage now. Build the faith now. Build the self-control now. Build the man now. Not because you are trying to look impressive, because someone, someday, may need the version of you that only discipline can create.
The men who said, I will go, remind us that some lives are lived with a weight most people cannot imagine. We honor that weight by refusing to waste ours. So do not reduce your life to comfort. Do not spend your strength on distractions. Do not become a man who only moves when the consequences are already burning. Become the man who prepares before he is needed. The man who tells the truth before he is exposed. The man who grows before the crisis. The man who can be trusted with responsibility. The man who does not disappear when life becomes heavy. Because respect is not something you demand.
It is something your life proves. And when the moment comes, when responsibility looks you in the face, when life asks what kind of man you have been building, may your answer not be an excuse. May it be a life. May it be your discipline. May it be your character. May it be your presence. May it be your courage. And may the man standing there be strong enough to say, I will go.